Good morning. It's June 29th, day 46 on the PCT. I found a great campsite last night. It was perfect. Flat, tons of soft pine needles to lay on. I'm sure I would have been comfortable without a pad even. So that was great. I pushed a little further past the road and past the time I would normally stop because there's another bear can zone coming up in Lassen Volcano National Park, and it comes up at the end of the day today, so I think by the time I leave it, it'll have been 40 miles for the day. So if Hawaii's best reporter, Meleka Lincoln, taught me anything about volcanoes, it's that you don't fuck with them. So I wanted to get a little closer to that stretch, so if there's tough rock to walk on or something like that, it's not going to be an issue. Also, Old Station is 45.9 miles from where I camped last night, and there's a gas station that's open till 10. So, and none of the stores open in the morning until 7, the ones where you can actually do a resupply. Not that there's anything great in town anyways, but the better options are closed at like 8 and don't open again till 7. So I was thinking it might be worthwhile to see if I can get to that gas station. I guess they allow campers in the back of their property, and supposedly they're pretty nice campsites. Free camping too. So I was thinking I might be able to make it there and then find an outlet outside to plug my stuff in, charge overnight. Then I can sleep in till 7 because nothing's open till 7 anyways, and get my resupply done. And as soon as I finish that, all my stuff will be charged. I'll be charged because I would have gotten a couple extra hours sleep, and I can move on from there almost without wasting any time from a town stop. So hopefully that works out. And I don't think I mentioned this at the end of yesterday's video because I didn't film anything at camp, but it ended up being 44 miles yesterday. Actually pretty surprising for me because the day climbing out of Belden, the day started so slow. I think it was a 12-mile climb, and when I got to the top I was only doing 2.6 miles an hour. Yeah, I've started checking again, but not as frequently. So I'm surprised I made it as far as I did yesterday. But I guess hiking the extra ended up being like extra 45 minutes at the end of the day. That makes all the difference. Looks like that mountain we saw earlier was definitely Mount Lassen and not Mount Shasta. We're just a few miles from Mount Lassen National Park. Well, a few, maybe like 10, 15, something like that. So we must be going up and over somewhere over there today, would be my guess. Hopefully we don't have to walk through snow. This is today's 11 o'clock view. Mount Lassen is just behind these trees. I don't think we're going to be able to see it for a minute. But yeah, we haven't gotten our first full look at it. I've just been seeing it poke through the trees there. We definitely don't have the full 360-degree views all the time like we were having in SoCal, but I think it's a fair trade-off for the nice trail and the shade. Guy's been following me around. I'll walk a little bit and then he'll fly up next to me again, keep making that noise. I guess we are in a national park, so the animals are used to getting food from people. Usually it's just the deers though. I just walked so far off trail. Probably, I mean, point to point, like as the crow flies, it was a half mile. Who knows how long this trail actually was since I left the PCT. I don't know what happened. There must have just been an intersection that I didn't see, or I read the signs wrong or something. But it wasn't until I got to a creek back there that wasn't supposed to be there that I realized it. Well, here's where I went wrong. This way down here was south. So I came up this way looking at the sign and saw it said Pacific Crest Trail. And that stuff's that way, that stuff's that way. So I went that way. That was not the way though. If you look at this sign, which for some reason is facing this way, even though the trail comes from over there and goes over there. Why the sign is facing this direction, I don't know. But we were supposed to go this way. I think the worst part of something like that is just knowing that I could have just soaked my feet in the water for 20 minutes and ended up in the exact same spot afterwards. That would have been so much nicer. It's about 7:15 now, and I'm only 4.5 miles from that gas station. So hopefully I'll get there and have enough time to get some snacks and stuff. Since they don't close till 10, I should have plenty of time, but sometimes the hours are posted wrong. Yeah, it ended up not being a big deal that I took that little detour, because the last 20 miles of the day have been really, really flat, really easy. I mean, there was a descent in the middle, but it was such a smooth descent, it was not a big deal at all. And now I'm just like wandering through the pine forest. So another 4.5 miles and I'll get to the road, and then I don't know how far off the road it is, but it's going to be, with that detour, at least 47 miles. That's the furthest I've ever hiked before, so that's kind of cool.